right, it's one of the toughest times of year if you're trying to diet. Are you one of those people that counts every calorie? It's going to the parties, it's all the eating. And today we have an interesting perspective from Brian Cuban. He's the brother of Mavericks owner Mark Cuban. He's a lawyer, an activist, an author, a TV host. He's done it all. And you wrote a book called Shattered Image, which I have to say, yay for you for speaking out. And it's interesting because you're a man who's admitting he's had trouble with this.
Yes.
Men don't talk about this as much.
It's a very stigmatizing subject for men, eating disorders. But in fact, though, about 20 million women have suffered an eating disorder at some point in their lives, and 10 million men. So they're out there. It's just we're in a society where it's just not something men want to admit to.
And so during the holidays, is this the hardest time even still for you after more than 20 years of fighting this?
It can be. It's something I'm always working on. I was bulimic for over 2 decades. So when we get into the holidays, for me, you have to resist the urge to basically restrict for the last meal,
Right.
Pardon the pun. And I was also exercise bulimic, which is the substituting of calories for substituting exercise for calories. So if you have the tendency to over-exercise, we have to be careful about the mindset, okay, well, I have to go spinning for 3 hours.
Right,
so,
I have friends who do this.
So I can have this big meal. What we want to do is stay on our meal plan, eat in moderation, enjoy it. Food is to enjoy, food is to live. Don't stress over it.
What was the actual trigger? I know you said you had to go through a lot of therapy, and boy, I believe that. But was there something that kind of made you turn and go, okay, I A, have to get help, or B, somebody intervened, or man, what they said in therapy was the key to me finally beating this?
Well, for me, the trigger involved several things because there was drug addiction and alcohol involved. I realized that I probably wasn't going to make it if I didn't get help. And the hardest part of getting help, even harder than admitting drug and alcohol problems, was admitting that I had an eating disorder.
Interesting.
I admitted that well
Why?
after I admitted my drug and alcohol.
Why is that?
Because it's a very shameful thing for men. And here, this was in the age of the internet, where I could have gone on the internet and saw that other men suffer from eating disorders, but I thought I was the only one. And when I finally went public, I got emails from all these men. Thank you for speaking up because I thought I was the only one.
Is that why you're doing this? Because, I mean, you don't have to run around talking about bulimia.
Yes, there are men out there who think they're alone. There are men out there who are too ashamed to get treatment. And I want them to know that it's okay to get treatment. And I want people who are in treatment to know that you can approach the holidays with a plan.
Have a plan.
Have a plan. If you're in treatment, talk to your dietitian, talk to your psychologist, psychiatrist, let them know your feelings. Have a plan when you go into the meal. If you're feeling stressed, where are your outs? Where's your walk away?
And then one other quick question, then we have to go. If you know somebody and you know that they've got an issue, is it okay? What do you do? It's this touchy walk the line. I know you have a problem, but I don't want to upset you, but...
We're not expected to know what to do. We're not all psychologists and psychologists, but we all have the ability to empathize with somebody we know that is struggling, and we see they're struggling. I see you're struggling, how can I help?
Okay, just ask the basic questions.
That's right.
I know, it seems so easy, yet it's so hard. Thank you for sharing
Thank
this.
you for having me.
I appreciate it.